So we're going to go ahead and get started. So welcome back, everybody. This is just a follow-up call just for questions that you guys have as you've started your parties and you're getting ready to close parties. So real quick, I want you to text me or Facebook message how many parties you currently have for September, including any that maybe you just closed or are getting ready to close. So how many total you have for September and how many you want for September. So just send me those numbers real quick. I'll give you a second to text that. We'll send that over. And while you guys are doing that, who wants to toot their horn, share something good going? I want to hear from Mindy. Mindy, will you share with us? There you are. Just unmute yourself.
Yes. Well, I was trying to send you the message. I'm trying to do too many things at one time.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't give you enough time.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know what part of it you want me to share, but I did have my launch party and that's completed and submitted. And I got a new recruit today, so I'm super excited about that. And I have a prospect, so I've just got to get on top of that. That one's one I'm slacking on. But this wasn't my intention. I wasn't going to try to do the fast track to director. That wasn't what I came to do. I came to get the free stuff. So I'm pretty excited now though. So it's like I'm hooked even more than I was when I started.
Yeah, I mean, you're just rocking it. And then tonight we had a call with her friend who was interested and she pretty much signed right after the call. So yeah, super awesome. And what were your sales and bookings from your first party, Mindy?
500, and I think I had 6 goes or something, but now I think I have 14 for the month.
Nice. That is fantastic. Who else wants to share something? Who's going to share?
I don't know if Teresa's on, but she has 9 parties booked for the month of September off of just one party.
What did she do?
Asked people. She just made the ask.
People.
And as a matter of fact, she's texting me that she can't find the link. So let me get back to her. But I'm very proud of her.
Yeah, it should be in the discussion.
I'll tell her.
Just in the little reminder. So.
I'll brag on Angel. She just signed up last week and she has 7 parties booked already. Woo-hoo. We have 4 launching tomorrow.
Yay.
So she's fixing to have an awesome end of September. I know she is.
Nice work, Angel.
Thank you.
Good deal. And Angel, you said you want 10 more?
Yes, I am.
Nice. I love it. That is fantastic. So yeah, thank you for sharing your successes. So I'm going to tag you in a couple things. I'm going to send you a video in our chat that talks about how I do my winners. If you're doing tickets in your parties, which you don't have to, but if you want to do the whole ticket thing, just know that I don't count tickets because you guys are probably like, how in the world do you keep up with all that? But I'll send you a video on how I do my winners. And it goes along with when I used to count tickets and then when I found this other method, what I was finding, and they were matching up every time. So it's a lot faster. So I'll send you a video on how I do my ticket winners. And then also I'm going to tag you in a video on my Fab 4. And I would encourage you, always do the Fab 4 every party that you close the last 2 days. I'm getting ready to change it on my parties tonight for my parties that are ending tomorrow, or ending Saturday. Tomorrow is the second to last day. But you change the title to 2 days left. You update your post that's going to post in the morning to how close the hosts are between the $200 and $300 range is what I like to do, because you don't want to shoot them up like $10 and that's all they need. And then they get that. And then you're like, oh, you still have 2 days left on the parties. So I have my post Friday morning. They're, about $230 away or wherever they are in that mark, $200, $300 range. then I go in and I tag people. Now, if you work full time, you could do this tonight. That's totally, totally fine. And go in and look on your phone, look at the event or look at the group, and then look on and have it up on your computer on the post that you want to do that. So if you work full time and you want to do it tonight, I would actually post that post tonight and then do the tags tonight. But basically you would look through your phone, type in the people that have not ordered yet on the party, and then you're going to tag everybody who liked anything, who I just go through the members and I just type them all in, and I look at who's ordered beforehand so I don't tag people that have already ordered. And then I send the host a message to send to those people privately tomorrow. And just, a little message like, hey, friendly reminder, my party's closing in 2 days. Was there anything that you wanted to order? Today's the last day for bonus tickets. Do you have any questions? And I always have them end it in a question. But I get so many orders on Friday when my hosts are doing these, and Nicole's agreeing. Your email blows up too when they do this.
Just last week, on Thursday night, my party had been open since the Friday afternoon before. On Thursday night, I had $183 in sales. I had $183 in sales since Saturday. Thursday night, when I went to bed, I had $183. I closed my party Sunday at $1,192. So between Thursday night and Sunday, I got $1,000 in sales. And I know it's because of the Fab Four. It always is. It happens every single time.
Yes. I mean, you guys have been guests on like parties before, online parties, and people's lives are so busy and there's no rhyme or reason to when a party's ending. And so we just want that host to reach out to those guests just to let them know there's like not any stalkerish or pushiness about it. It's just a friendly reminder, because so many times when they send these messages, people are like, oh, I didn't know the party was getting ready to close. But also make sure you change it in the title. So I go in tonight, I change the title. As soon as I change the title, it never fails. I always get orders coming in. So because everybody sees it in their news feed, in their notifications. So definitely do that. So those are those 4 things I do on the second to last day. And then tomorrow night, I'm going to go in and I'm going to change the title to final day to order. And I do this so that way people see that. And then on Saturday morning, there's another post that says, our hosts are only this far from our hosts are this close to their goal now. And so then it's usually around the $100 range or so, or like 75-ish or whatever. And so then sometimes I'll tag those people again, or I'll have the host follow up with people. But definitely the tagging, the messaging works really, really well on Friday. I usually leave my parties open until Sunday because it's open for the host to pick their stuff anyway. So even though it technically looks like it ended Saturday night, on Sunday, I go back in there and I put in the title, extended only $35 away or whatever. So I'm putting in the title how close she is on that last day. You could do that the last couple days if you wanted to put the amount in there. That is very effective as well. But on Sunday, and I tell my hosts on Saturday in my little group chat, just know that it's actually open till tomorrow. So on Sunday morning, when somebody messages you and says, oh my gosh, I missed the deadline, you can tell them it's not too late, because there's always going to be somebody that does that. And so that way they can still get those orders in while they're picking out their stuff that day anyway. And I just ask my host to have their orders done by that Sunday night or Monday morning so we can get it submitted for everybody. So that's my Fab Four. Promise that it is definitely well worth your time. I don't end a show without doing that because it is so effective. And it's easy stuff that's going to help you get more sales, help your host get more free stuff too. So, all right, end of the month deadline, just kind of watch for the end of September. You always want to close your shows in the same month and you don't want to hold them over. Now, if you have a show starting like on September 29th, you would want to run it probably as October 1st or whatever. So that way you basically start it in the new specials if it's not going to be closing that month. But any that are running September specials, you want to close them in September. I usually plan to close out my shows a couple days before the end of the month. Like that's the deadline, because you're always going to run into like a declined card, and then you don't want it to be like Halloween night and you're trying to reach a guest with a declined card and it's the last day of the month and you're like stressed. So, and then our goal is at least three bookings off of each party. So just my tips for what I've learned works for me is I don't get a whole lot of like traction on the, book a party, let's get, the barbecue, or the flip-flop pictures, those ones where you post the 3, like I still post those on there. Like we want to get, build our fire, get 3 bookings for our host. And I post those little images, which are on our best team page. If you click on photos, you'll see all those booking images. They definitely help, but I don't get a whole lot of people just commenting that they want to book a party. It's more when I reach out to them privately. So there's a video on our team page from Lynn Curlis yesterday that shows how to message from your business page. And so you go in there and you just message everybody. If they've commented on a post you've made, you can message them and send them a little rockstar message. And I'll post the rockstar wording in our chat for you guys. And basically it just says something like, hey, wanted to thank you for being such a rockstar guest on the party this week. Feel free to say no, but would you consider hosting your own party and getting a lot of free and discounted products? So it's just really like, just bragging on them for being awesome. And so I send that to people, and that's really where I get my bookings, is just from that personal reach out message. And then I message that to anybody who's active in the party at all. And then I also have, early in the week, I ask my hosts, I tell them, hey, so I want to get you the most benefits from your party. I give you a free gift when you have 3 parties booked. And so will you reach out to some people if I give you some wording and work on getting some parties booked? So a lot of my hosts gather parties that way, but definitely that messaging from your business page on a computer really gets a lot of bookings. So I encourage all of you to do that. It's something about like coming from your business page. I don't know what it is, but so many people book shows from those messages. So that's what I like to start sending early on in the party. I have a lot of interactive posts in the first couple days of my parties. So that way there's a lot of people I get to message, and I'll just shoot them that message. Hey, thanks for being so awesome so far in our party. And then a lot of people reply back, yeah, I'm going to have one, So, and I do let them know it's going to help their host as well. Their host gets credit. And I always put in there, our host is just one party from her goal. So like people really like to help with that. So that's really what I would encourage you to do, because we want to book at least 2 to 3 parties off of each party, because you want to book 1 to replace the one you just did, 1 to grow, and then another one to grow. So basically, in case, because you do get some dead hosts, some flakes sometimes, and so you do want to have more than just 1 booking off of each party, because that's just replacing that party. And if that one flakes, then you're not growing your business. You're actually going the opposite way. So we want to get at least 3. And then let's see here. Making sure to ask our host before we close the show, because they already love Pampered Chef. They're already hosting. We want to see if they want to do this. And you can just tell them, hey, I have loved working with you this week. You have been awesome. And have you ever considered doing this? You could actually get $50 off your kit. They get $25 at the $300 mark and $50 at the $400 mark. They can use that off their kit. They can join for $49 when they use that $50 of their free money towards their kit. You'll see that option in their host rewards. $49 to join and get $400 worth of stuff. And then you would give them the bookings off of their show. They would join after you close their show. You have to submit the show first, and then they can log back in and they can sign up. And then they would be on your team. I would do the training. It would count for your fast track bonuses. So towards that $3,000 that you guys can earn. Oh my goodness. So I want each of you to strive for that, because we're not being like pushy. We're not being like stalkerish. We're just seeing who else could benefit from this. And it's been such a blessing to my life. I know it is going to be for your guys as well. So we just want to see who's out there that could benefit, because this is so fun and it can fit so many different lifestyles. And then when you have 5 people on your team, you get to fast track and you get the director bonuses and all the new fall products, like $600 to $800 worth, and 250 Pampered Chef dollars, and your Happy Spoon necklace with your red gem in it, like so many things, less Disney points too, 4,000 less that are required. So, and then of course up to the $3,000 cash bonus. So we want to see each of you fast track. Let your recruiter know if that is something that you are like excited about, and you're like, yeah, I'm totally fine with people joining my team. I would love $3,000 extra dollars. Let your director know, because then we will help you get there. We'll just kind of take you under our wing and help you get to that fast track. So, all right. And then let's see. So asking your host a couple times during the party, and then kind of looking for those guests too, who are, really interactive, and just kind of mention it to them as well. Worst thing they can say is no. But, Let's see. So, and then of course, just as you guys know, like our goal is to really help you guys get a lot of income and a lot of help your business just really grow quickly and help you get outside that circle of family and friends. So that's really why we recommend what we see with the most successful new consultants is 4 parties each week, because that allows for 1 or 2 to flop and still to have 2 or 3 really good parties that you're submitting. But that's going to get you like $1,200 to $2,000 on average every month that you're bringing in. So really aim for those 4 parties a week, just knowing it's really not, the first couple of weeks you're kind of getting your groove, but after that, it's really easy to run these parties and you already know what you're doing and you're just doing your host chat. You're just doing the same things. You don't have to change your script all the time. But we really want to help you earn all those bonuses and everything. And especially the first couple weeks, just focusing on getting enough people contacted to really get those bookings. Again, knowing you can book a party starting tomorrow with somebody if you need to. But and you can even push off your shows a couple days if you have some starting tomorrow and you really want one more, but you don't find that person till Saturday. They don't have to wait till the next week. They could start the next day and you could just have one that's not running with the others. That's totally fine too. So just make it work for you. But we really want to focus on getting enough people contacted and booked now, so that way you have all these people to ask that are guests on these parties to help you break outside of that circle. So and I would consider you guys to think of, something that you might offer for your host if, when they get those 3 bookings. So I like to do a $25 gift when they have 3 parties booked. It can be any product that they want. It could be the popcorn maker. It could be the whipped cream maker. Well, I guess they're 27 now, but you could do 25 or whatever. And so basically they get to pick anything for $25 when they have those 3 bookings. Now you don't pay that until the 3rd party has closed. All 3 parties have hit the 200 at least and have closed, because the goal of this is you're growing your business and you're getting these new leads off of these parties. You're not out anything if these parties flop. It didn't do you any good. They weren't qualified parties. So it has to be 3 qualified parties, and then you redeem it on the 3rd. But 3rd party, and it goes added on to the host order. But really, you're only paying about $8 to $9 when you break it apart per party that you're paying total. And, frankly, I would, spend $8 to $9 a booking, because you're going to make $100, $200, $300 off that party and you're getting new leads. So I'm okay investing a little bit to get those bookings. That's something I continually run because my hosts love free stuff and I want their help getting bookings. I love it when they come to me with people that they have booked shows with and they're like, okay, this person wants to book a party. And so, but yeah, and also with, I forgot to say, with your fast tracking, we love to help you with the recruiting. So when you have people that you're messaging and they seem the tiny bit interested, send us a screenshot and be like, okay, what do I say next? And we will help you with that. We want to help you get them on your team. And so, and sometimes you can read the no. Sometimes it's not a hard no. Sometimes it's a soft no because there's an objection in there that's really easy to overcome. And we can just kind of talk about that a little bit. And then they start thinking about how this could actually work for them. So let's see. When you get ready to close your shows, of course, you will make sure, I like to just kind of look through, when I remember to do this, look through and check on which guests are shipping to the host. I do like a little quick survey of clicking through them just to run that by the host and be like, okay, these people are having their order sent to you. They chose that when they checked out. Are these people local to you? Just because sometimes people miss that, and then like they live states away and the host is like, well, I have their order, and I'm like, oh, well, they chose that. They probably just totally missed that. So it's always good to just double check that. And then when I award my prize winner, and then I put a post in the party, congratulations to so-and-so for winning the prize. And then I add the gift. Now, if the prize winner is local, I will add it to the host order because it's cheaper for you that way. And the order's going to the host anyway. So you might as well save money. But if the winner is direct shipping to themselves, you would just add it to their order. Just whatever gift you want to do. I like to do, like, depending on the size of the show, I like to do like a $5 or $6 item, like the teal serving spatula is perfect. People love that. The toaster tongs I do a lot of times. You could do a pack of the pan scrapers, just something in that range. The dual-sided cleaning brush is another really great one people love. So adding that on there, you can add your second payment. You can either add a second payment for a debit or a credit card, or if you don't put a payment on there, it's automatically going to come out of your order payment account. And so when you submit the show, you're authorizing Pamper Chef to withdraw like the $5 from your account. Now you're going to make commission on that on your paycheck, so it's actually less that you're paying. But when you add it to a host order, I always like to give my hosts little gifts for doing things. So they always get like a Season's Best cookbook from me if they were pretty decent to work with that week and they pretty much did what I asked them. Then I add a little gift for them. Now, if they've got 40 members, or if they have done like a live video, then I do other gifts for them. And so there might be a couple gifts that I add to their order. But then again, if the winner was local, then I'm going to add that one on there, and I'm just going to tell the host, hey, so-and-so is our winner. She's shipping her order to you. So I added her gift onto your order. Do you mind putting it with hers when she comes in? They never have a problem with that. So, and then when you actually go to close out your show, you just want to make sure that all of them are paid for. When you check it on the review and final screen, make sure you have all the bookings indicated in there, and you can actually set up the show right in there. So you click booking and click set it up, yes, and then it actually just sets it up right there, and then it's going to be a new show for you. So you just need to make sure to have the address so you can do that part. But I love to set them up in there, but then it marks it as a booking on there as well. So the old host gets a 50% off item at that new show and 10% off everything else. And then at the bottom, so on there it'll say consultant amount due. That consultant amount due area should be only what you're covering for the host gift and the ticket gift. So if it says like $100, you're gonna be like, oh gosh, like always check that, because that means like either somebody didn't pay or somebody added on and you forgot to change the total on their card. You don't want that to come out of your account. So just make sure, like look at that, make sure consultant amount due is the correct amount, and then press submit. And if there's any declined cards, it'll come back and say that they failed authorization. You need to contact that customer before you can submit the orders. But if it gives you a little success message, then you are good. So any questions about that? No? Anybody doing a little daily chat to their hosts, like putting all their hosts in a chat, or even just an individual message to their hosts? Yes? Awesome. That's so effective. That is great.
So tell me again, because that was one of the first questions I asked. Who counts all these tickets? Who counts all these points? I was like, this is insane. There's no way. So she told me right away that we don't count the tickets, that there's another method. But what were you saying that your method was? Like, how do you go about giving?
It's going to be in a little video I send to the
Okay, that's cool.
I have a little video that kind of explains it.
I had so much commotion in here during that time.
Yeah. No problem. Yeah. So I'll send a little video about that. It's real quick. And then I have been really encouraging them. Day one, they want to invite, I want them to invite, but they also want to invite 200 to 250 people into their party, because that's going to get them the 40 people. Then the next day I have them reach out to do the texts, 40 texts or 40 private messages with their link to the people that they don't see in their party yet, that they're surprised didn't add yet, because they probably missed their notification. And then it's also a good idea to have them post the party link on their main wall too, so more people can join there as well. So and then let's see here. I think that was about everything that I had to share with you guys tonight. What questions do you guys have? Anybody using CentShare or anything? Anybody get that up and running? Or Post My Party? One or the other?
Not yet. Oh, Post My Party.
Okay. Yeah, they're both great to use. Any questions on CentShare at all?
I signed up for CentShare, and I saw on, I don't know if it was your business page or something, you had like a script for the 7 days. So I still haven't figured out how to use that to set that up. So is one or the other easier?
So I would say Post My Party is going to be the easier one, but I do, there's actually, let me ask if our director, Katie, will share her template. I think she has a new consultant template for Post My Party. Mindy, did you get one shared with you? Or did Jessica share hers?
Yes, okay. Yes, I can share it. for
Okay.
Post My Party. I looked at both of them, and I don't think there would be any challenge, but I was kind of like Jessica. If I have people selling under me that have a little bit of issue setting it up, I would rather be able to explain it. So I
Mhm.
thought that would maybe be the easier route.
Yeah, before you share hers, let me check with Katie and see if she has one. Because what we like to do, and I'm going to be putting one together for CintShare, that is basically a generic party template that anybody can use. That's not one that I use. That's going to get anybody, like, I don't want to have you use mine and get you put in jail. So I'm going to
Well,
create one that
I
not everybody.
changed my. I actually changed mine with like a little something with every party. So if she wanted to use a different template of mine, that would be fine. Because I've even changed the one that Jessica gave me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Would you mind sharing just on Best Team that?
If I can figure out how to do it.
Okay. Yeah, it should be pretty easy. I think it'll just like give you like a link to share it. So, and just put like in the post, like Post My Party users, here's a template that you can use. But then
Okay.
in there, make sure that you put in that post, make sure to edit these to be your own,
Right.
Yeah. But the posting services are definitely the way to go. Again, if there's any questions that you guys have, just let us know and we can FaceTime with you. Nicole and I did that a lot in the beginning. It just helps to be able to see where you're at. But there's a lot of help videos out there too. So you can, go to YouTube and type in how to do a batch post in CintShare, and there's a video. And that's how I learned everything, was just watching all these videos, because that really made more sense to me than trying to figure it out on my own. So, but yeah, and so I'll be posting a CintShare one, and then actually trying to think, Mindy, if you'll just send me the link to yours, and then I'm going to create like an event in our within our team page, so that way they're going to be like a link to like these like current templates, so that way it's easier to find for people. So, but any other questions? You guys doing good? Yeah. All right. Well, you know how to reach us, and when you are getting ready to submit your first party, if you haven't submitted one quite yet, just let your director know or your upline know, and they would be happy to log in as you, just to make sure everything looks good on there before you submit that first party, because once you submit one, you can't make any changes. So, but it's really easy to do, and like the first time you're using the program, you're like, oh my gosh, but then it does get easier and easier. You're just kind of, learning how it works and everything, but we're happy to look at that first party before you submit it. Have your host log in, do all of her host rewards, because that's so much easier for you guys. Just have her log into her account. There's a graphic you can send her. And then that way they can play around with all their stuff. And then you'll get an email when they've placed their order, and then you just go in and submit the show. But you guys are doing awesome. I'm so excited for you. And thanks again for your time tonight. And I'll send you all that little information in our group chat. So, all right. Bye, guys.